Hey there, West Michigan. Thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. It's been a cooler Thursday out there across the region, but we're not done with our falling temperatures just yet. In fact, we're going to get even cooler as we head toward tomorrow. Temperatures this afternoon made their way into the low 70s across the region. 75 Muskegon, 73 in Holland, above not above average, but below the average temperature for this time of the year. Slightly above what our forecast was for. The actual high today, 73 in Grand Rapids. We forecast 69. Of course, we hope to start our next streak as we head toward tomorrow. 13 weather ball lit up in blue, though, because despite the colder weather we had today, there's still cooler temperatures in view.
The 13 weather ball is sponsored by LaFontaine Lincoln Grand Rapids.
And those temperatures won't cool off too far tonight because we still have a little bit of humidity in place. That means our temperatures are only going to be able to fall about as far as the dew points, and I don't think we'll get all the way down to those tonight because of the wind. With dew points in the 60s and temperatures in the 60s and 70s out there, we're looking to fall to around the upper 50s to mid 50s overnight tonight, but it will get cooler as we head toward the weekend, and northwesterly winds continue to push cooler and drier air into the region. You see those winds around 5 to 15 miles per hour as of about 6:47 on Thursday. That wind direction going to remain pretty consistent through the next several days. What that does to humidity is it continues to drop it lower and lower. We're into the upper 50s for dew point levels by the time we head toward tomorrow morning, and that will continue to drop as we head into the weekend. Speaking of which, next 24 to 12 hours here, we're looking at cloudy skies staying in place across the region with temperatures tonight that fall again to around the upper 50s in Grand Rapids, up to a high in the upper 60s tomorrow with pretty cloudy skies throughout most of the day. But by the time we work our way toward the late evening, we should see clearing skies come in, clearing us all the way out. By the time we head towards Saturday, that'll push temperatures back up into the 70s for the weekend. Look for a high of 75 as we head into Saturday. Sidelines on Friday night, that's not going to be a bad time. Cloudy things to start off, but mostly cloudy by the end of the games. If you're up north, you might even get to clear skies by the fourth quarter. Temperatures will be falling through the 60s throughout most of those games, dropping into the 50s overnight on Friday into early Saturday. A couple sprinkles possible on the radar this evening, and can't rule it out tonight, but again, those chances very few and far between. Cloud cover remains pretty thick across the region, stretching all the way back out through most of eastern Minnesota. Minneapolis, the edge of that cloud line. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to get to us here in West Michigan. Hour-by-hour forecast shows cloudy skies staying in place through the rest of this evening and into early Friday morning. Again, that sprinkle chance, can't say it won't happen, but it's not something we're expecting to see either. We'll see the clearing start in the northern zones as we head into Friday afternoon. That'll start to work its way through Grand Rapids by Friday evening. In southern counties, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, you guys won't clear the cloud cover out until overnight Friday and into early Saturday, but all of us will be back to some pretty quiet sunny weather as we head into the weekend. Nothing but sunshine through Saturday and mostly clear skies as we head into Sunday morning. Rain to the west will stay to the west Sunday, but the cloud cover will start to make its way here with rain showers returning to our region as we head into Monday. Here's a look at temperatures for your Friday. Mid to upper 60s, right around 70 along the lake shore. Clearing, of course, first in our northern zones will be in the upper 60s for most of the region down to Grand Rapids, mid 60s as you get toward Kalamazoo. 13 on your side, 10-day outlook. Temperatures will climb back to the 70s as we head into the weekend with sunshine again on Saturday, 77 on Sunday. Rain chances come back by Monday and continue Tuesday and Wednesday, dropping temperatures through the 60s as we head toward the midweek. They move out, though, by the end of the week, and we're back to nice weather for the weekend with temperatures returning to the 70s by the end of our forecast as well.
The 13 on your side beach and boating forecast, sponsored by AAC Credit Union.
And now it's time for a look at your beach and boating forecast. Wave activity remains high through the overnight tonight, but will start to decrease by early Friday morning. That's when the beach hazard statement expires about 8 o'clock. The waves throughout the rest of the day will still be as high as, say, 3 to 4 feet. So not the calmest waters, but definitely calmer than today. Remember, if you're over at the water and you see waves that are too high for your swimming ability, make sure you just go ahead and stay on shore. The water temperatures as of Thursday were 60s and low 70s, but with the high wave activity today, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of the 60s as we head toward your Friday. And speaking of the beach, the Michigan DNR employees are starting to remove swim buoys and beach warning flags from designated swim beaches at state parks along the Great Lakes. That's because the swim beach designation has expired at most state parks. While the beaches remain open, it means swimming is not recommended. Onshore rescue equipment is expected to remain along the lake shore until late September or early October. And these cooler temperatures certainly feel more like fall, and that means leaves on the trees will soon start to change. 13 on your side's meteorologist Samantha Jacks tells us when we'll be able to see the peak colors across the state.
Cooler temperatures are returning to the forecast, and that means so are fall colors. And we have the ultimate travel guide for fall foliage. The first stop on your list, of course, is going to be the Upper Peninsula. This is where colors are already beginning to change, and within about 2 weeks from now, places like Goose Lake and Tuquamanon Falls are going to look like these photos behind me. Talk about bucket list locations. But again, peak foliage will be in about 2 weeks. Now, stop number 2 on your fall foliage bucket list is going to be northern Michigan. This is when colors are going to begin to change starting at the end of September, around September 26th through October 10th. Buckley specifically, that's this location all the way on the end here, has some of the best fall foliage because they have this beautiful overlook right off the expressway. Of course, then we head on over to central Michigan. That's going to be places just like you, Newaygo. We're going to see your colors begin to change right around October 3rd through October 17th. Traveling up US 131, you're going to see beautiful colors all along the expressway, but specific places you can stop: Big Rapids, Zeke Lake. We know that they have some beautiful colors right around that time of year. And then if you need to hold off till a little bit later, you're hanging on to that last little bit of summer right now, well, by the end of October, that's when right here in the greater Grand Rapids region should start to see some color changes, including places like Jenison, Lowell. This is right at Robinette's. We know the engagements are going to begin starting at the end of October, because how could you not want a beautiful picture just like that? Get out and enjoy. And for more information on fall foliage, you can head on over to 13onyourside.com.
And while this cooler fall weather means storms that could knock out power are getting less likely, it's coming just as Michigan is being named one of the worst states in the entire country for power outages. Many of us here in West Michigan know all too well how the power can go out, sometimes for days, just like it did after a tornado touched down last month. The Michigan Public Service Commission says the state doesn't see more power outages overall compared to other states, but it takes much longer for the power to be restored, especially after storms. There are actions being taken to improve those restoration times, including targeting tree trimming and improving the worst of the power grid. But the Public Service Commission says there's still a long way to go.
Try and better link how utilities earn their money with the results that their customers experience. So looking at ways that we can incentivize performance that gets us closer to the middle of the pack or the top of the pack faster, but also looking at penalties for those places where customers continue to experience a long time before the restoration is hooked up.
The Michigan Public Service Commission is asking for feedback about consumers and DTE Energy right now. You can find that on their website, michigan.gov/MPSC. And now you're up to date with the latest forecast here in West Michigan and some news from around the state. You can always find more online at 13onyourside.com or by downloading our news and weather apps. For now, though, thanks for watching 13 Plus. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens.